Hoppa! Hello and welcome to another Imperial Mandate, my zealots. My name's Kalan, and this video is brought to you by Raid. Unlikely. No, not at all, never. Hello and welcome to the Imperial Mandate. It's a new Christmas, and aren't we so happy? There are just graphics everywhere. I don't know why Recording Paul does this. Future Editing Paul hates the fact that he has to be like, oh, this graphic needs to go here and here and here. And I'm doing it again. I just need to stop. I just need to get rid of them all and cause myself more work. It's fine. I hope you've had a fantastic year, my zealots. I'm looking forward to Christmas. I've had 5 roast dinners in the last 2.5 weeks. It's almost to a point where I'm like, do roast potatoes actually taste good? Do they actually taste good? Because, like, a plate of roast potatoes is one of the nicest things on the planet. But when you have them over and over, it's like saying the same word over and over. It starts to lose all meaning. I don't know. We'll find out. If I go back to my parents' house, my mum makes the best dinner amazing ever. If her food doesn't taste as great as it should do, I'll know I've ruined it for myself. Oh man, this hat is just fucking dumb. Look at it. I picked it up from, I had to go to a Christmas thing and I didn't have a Santa hat. Went to the local store and all the Santa hats are about that big, made for babies who don't have large, big brain heads. So the only one that fit me was the Christmas pudding. To be honest, I kind of A, like it, and B, really fucking detest it. One, it's kind of a kooky design, it's a bit sparkly or something, you know, it's quite nice. But it also just looks like somebody's come over a hot turd. And now that I've said that, I can't take that back. Oh, God. Voice acting, eh? Determination. Was it? That was the crux of the video last year. Bink. Certainly went well for the first month. Did loads of voice acting. I was going to give you guys video updates and vlogs and all these different things that never materialised. There are reasons for that. Anniversary of my nan's death, coupled with being made redundant. 2 fairly big things, but still, I let you down. And for that, I apologise. I will now go through in minute detail. I managed to get a couple of parts in January last year. A couple of bit parts, which were just one and dones. Don't even know what's happening with those projects, and I don't need to. That's some of the beauty of voice acting. To the flip side, however, I did receive a few audio drama roles. Everything. Oh, this hat. The other kind of voice work that I got accepted for in January was audio drama work. Now, I'm going to put the links for everything down below. Please go check them out. They're awesome. But under the name of Jali, this lady used to work with TB. She did some work with Final Fantasy XIV. She still plays that game, but she's kind of moved away from making videos for it. And now she does the audio dramas I'm a part of. Varial, a fantasy world set where people are plucked from different realms and placed into this one area. Lots of drama and conflict ensues. Very nice. The Veiled Monarch, which my character, Vince the Vampire, is one of the leading roles. Haha. And it's based around a detective story, gritty crime sort of thing with a bit of comedy thrown in, where vampires, werewolves, and druids all mix with normal humans to create this kind of inbuilt chaos that happens. And then finally, The Veiled West, which was a spin-off from The Veiled Monarch, where it talks about Vince's old life back in Arizona and the conflict that happens there. A bit darker, that one, a bit more gritty, but they're all very good. The Veiled Monarch and The Veiled West have been very well received and are quite high up in the ratings, whilst Varial went through a reboot and is currently gaining momentum. But yeah, I've been working on those for about a year now, and it proved one thing to me, which is why I stopped doing new auditions, or one of the other reasons I stopped doing new auditions, is that my voice setup was awful. I had it in my mic in front of my computers, the echo would bounce off the room, as you could probably hear right now, whereas nowadays my setup is in my wardrobe. I got my clothes covering surfaces, and there's a little box that my mic goes in. The sound dampening is really nice, and that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of kicking myself for getting more in gear for the following year to come. Next year, I'm going to be doing something special in January. Kind of similar to last year, I guess, where I was trying to really push getting auditions out. I want to do a similar thing, but I want to enable myself to do it more easily. So last year I went off and did tons of auditions, but I was dragged back to gaming, which also prevented me from picking up any other hobbies that I want to pursue. I have bought myself a Spanish guitar. I'm amazing at it already. Mostly inspired by the soundtrack of Tristram from Diablo 1 and 2. Love that song. That'll be on the end credits because it's just divine. I want to learn how to play the guitar. I want to do more stuff with improv and D&D, like painting miniatures and that kind of thing. I want all these different hobbies to take more focus, but gaming sucks you back into the fold. And so I'm going to give it a break. Barring playing like Rocket League with Simrex 3-4 days a week for half an hour, I'm going to be just stopping all gaming for January. Don't you worry though. The RimWorld videos are already pre-recorded and edited for January. They will be fine and done. But for January, I'm going for it. I'm gunning for it. I'm trying to get as much of this different stuff. Basically, I want myself to be inspired by boredom, really. If I'm not watching YouTube videos all the time and I'm not gaming, then that hopefully gives my brain the kind of release to go and latch onto these other hobbies, because it's great just going and doing them. They say that motivation leads to inspiration, or inspiration leads to motivation leads to doing. Well, that triangle can also be a little bit flipped. Doing leads to inspiration, which leads to motivation. So I am just going to start doing those things, but I just can't wait for that inspiration and motivation to naturally kick in. It's going to be great. I will come back to gaming, that is for sure, as we need to actually finish that goddamn RimWorld game. I'm starting to regret declaring I want Bionics for everybody, because that shit takes hours. I'm trying to cut out as much as possible. I'm already spending 5 or 6 hours a weekend recording and editing one of those RimWorld jobbies, which is just longer than you think it would be. But I'm looking forward to getting into some new games in the year to come. I'm also planning on doing that top 10 that we talked about recently for RimWorld. I was originally just going to do it on the top 10 attributes, traits that each RimWorld pawn has, but then Puck suggested maybe doing more top 10s, and I'm fine with that. Or ranking them into A, B, C, D, E, or S rank at the top, that kind of thing. I want to do the monthly vlog. I want to get that set up. I was going to do it last year with the voice acting, but it fell by the wayside when the idea of it fell by the wayside when I was made redundant. Energy dropped significantly, as you can imagine. But I want to pick that up. I want to show you guys what I'm doing and how the different audio dramas are working. I think that would be really cool. What do you guys want to see? How were your years? Let me know what your year was like. Did you pick something up in January and keep it going the entire length of time through the year? Let me know. That's it. I'm exhausted. I'm so done. Oh, it's been a long one. It's been good though. It's been good. I'm looking forward to the year to come and finding a better fucking hat. Jesus. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and kick ass. And I'll see you guys in the new year. Bye!